Welcome to the Morning Rush. As you wake up, we could soon find out if a man wanted out of Texas and arrested here in Albuquerque will be extradited back to the Lone Star State. It happened yesterday at the mattress firm on Carlisle and Menaul. Deputies say someone called to report a man wanted out of Texas. When they tried to stop him for questioning, deputies say he ran into the business and locked himself in a back office. The suspect eventually came out and he was arrested. Happening now, a manhunt is underway for two accused murderers who escaped from a South Carolina jail on Saturday. Tyshawn Johnson and Curtis Green broke free after an electrical shortage opened cell doors in one section of the jail. A third man who was also escaped was recaptured on Sunday. Kristen?
When it comes to today's rain chances, we're going to be looking at central and eastern areas. By lunchtime, a few spot storms. These will continue to fill in. This model not showing much, but we have the moisture in place, especially across the eastern side of the state. Some of these storms could be strong to severe. Threats will be large hail as well as damaging winds. David?
Happening today, a second round of hearings is expected to take place in Ruidoso. That's where public defenders are asking the state to let them refuse cases rather than be stretched too thin. The AP says the New Mexico Public Defender Commission is considering limitations on how much work individual public defenders can handle before it becomes unethical to represent more defendants. The commission plans to meet in June for further discussion. New this morning, Governor Susana Martinez is in Washington, D.C. today after having dinner with President Trump and 4 other Republican governors. Governor Martinez is reportedly talking about immigration and border security with the president. They're also talking about sanctuary cities, which refuse to allow local law enforcement and help federal agents on immigration enforcement. Also new, also new in Washington, the White House says the Justice Department has agreed to look into allegations that the FBI may have been spying on the Trump campaign. The announcement on Monday came after Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein and FBI Director Chris Wray were summoned to the White House. On Twitter Sunday, the president demanded that the DOJ look into the claims. And also happening today, CYFD is hosting a law enforcement summit. CYFD says the summit is for state police, APD, and BCSO, among others. They say the goal is to inform officers about things like their law enforcement portal, which provides important CYFD case information. There will also be a question and answer panel. And if you're struggling to get good cell service this morning, it could be because of the city's structure. RootMetrics ranked Albuquerque 86th for cell service out of 125 major cities. But wireless company CTIA says it's not just about your cell phone's towers. The company says our sprawling metro area and short, dense buildings are likely behind the low signal and dead spots. They say that cities with the best coverage are generally flat, meaning Albuquerque's foothills and valleys could also affect your signal. New this morning, Starbucks is clarifying its bathrooms for all policy, saying just because you can use the chain's restroom does not mean that you can be disruptive. Employees were given a manual outlining what to do if someone is behaving inappropriately. This includes smoking, sleeping, and drug or alcohol abuse. The coffee giant says it will not tolerate disruptive behavior. And this morning, a UNM student is getting to work on transforming one of the campus's libraries. She's doing this by painting one of the walls. Robin Lou Bates says the mural will likely feature a roadrunner and a desert landscape. Bates was chosen through a competitive process after winning the Parish Memorial Library mural competition. Now the work will be unveiled at a ceremony and reception in the fall. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index added 3, looking at breezy conditions about 10 to 20 miles per hour, and also potential for a spot storm. Not quite as active as to what we had yesterday. Most of this will be on the eastern side of the state, but we're going to keep an eye on some gusty winds, heavy rain at times, as well as small hail out of those spot storms. David?
Happening now, an audit into UNM's athletic department is now public. The new audit shows $8,300 worth of public funds were used to pay for football players' massages and that department employees were inappropriately using company cars. The department says it's already created new processes to keep its members honest and reliable. Bernalillo County says contractors interested in redeveloping its new headquarters downtown will have 6 weeks to submit bids. The county bought the Alvarado Square in downtown Albuquerque for $2.7 million. They say it will take about $36 million to get it up to code. Now, the renovations include a customer service center on the first floor, plumbing upgrades, and constructing a 250-seat chamber for county commission meetings. New this morning, legislation drafted by the state's 2 U.S. senators would prevent drilling for oil and gas around Chaco Canyon. The legislation would make permanent a 10-mile buffer zone around Chaco Park, but some environmentalists say the bill does not go far enough. The canyon is at the center of a fight over expanded drilling in the area. Kristen?
Time now for a check on traffic. Not seeing any major problems out there on the traffic map. Everything seems to be moving smoothly on the interstates. Looking at the big eye camera, also looks pretty good for Tuesday. Of course, I'm going to be keeping eyes on the traffic situation for you and have more updates throughout the morning.
Happening now, the Diocese of Las Cruces says it's using cotton balls to soak up and investigate supposed tears from a Virgin Mary statue. Parishioners at Our Lady of Guadalupe Church in Hobbs say the tears started to fall on Sunday after Mass. Father Jose Segura says he believes the statue of Mary is crying because of all the recent violence around the world.
7 minutes to the top of the hour, still keeping tabs on our rain totals. Now, these are since midnight, so we've got that bullseye out over east central New Mexico. Already picked up about 65/100ths of an inch in Tucumcari, over 3/4 of an inch in Clovis, and a small amount in Santa Rosa. But we're likely going to add to that as more storms are expected in eastern New Mexico today. Albuquerque, it's a spot storm possible. Temperatures warmer, not quite as active as what we had yesterday. And the deal is we've got drier air working in from the west and moisture out east. So the moisture will start to creep into the valley. We'll hope for that spot shower, but I do expect a lot more out over the plains today. And we're going to continue to watch those rain chances slowly but surely pass further into the eastern side of the state, eventually out of the way by the time we hit Thursday. Time now for the 5 facts. We will start with number 5. People are calling a senior prank at Los Lunas High School one of the best of 2018. It's also getting a lot of attention this morning. Robert Abney, the principal, shared a photo of his office after his seniors completely covered it in caution tape. You can see it hanging from the ceiling, cabinets, even the walls. The principal's picture has gotten thousands of likes and has been featured on thedailymail.com, has been retweeted on Twitter numerous times.
And at number 4, 2 Albuquerque parents are waking up to a healthy baby girl thanks to some help from some Albuquerque paramedics. Lucy and her husband Bale were already 4 days past her due date when the baby arrived last Tuesday. Her husband called 911 knowing they might not make it to the hospital in time. Now, paramedics from the Albuquerque Fire Department Station 16 picked them up at their home. Within 5 minutes, Lucy had given birth in the back of the moving ambulance. Yesterday, the family returned to Station 16 to thank the first responders who kept them safe.
At number 3, Albuquerque, just keep that umbrella on standby. Temperatures warming up, low 80s today with breezy conditions, 10 to 20 miles per hour. More of those breezy conditions tomorrow, but we clear the state in the Albuquerque area of those showers. We're talking sunny skies and warmer temps through the weekend.
At number 2, 2 bills are now making their way through Albuquerque City Council to reassert the City Council's lawmaking and policy power. Councilor Isaac Benton says he's upset over Mayor Tim Keller's Department of Municipal Development, which turned traffic signals back on at some intersections, then removed stop signs at others. Municipal Development says traffic was not running smoothly in those spots, but Benton says the stop signs were part of an adopted downtown city policy that already passed a full council vote. Benton says when the traffic code was rewritten, it gave the mayor, quote, a whole lot of latitude, saying this incident illustrates the problem. And at number 1, 5 people had to be rescued from arroyos yesterday after the sudden rains. One other person was recovered dead. This morning, we are expecting to learn the identity of the woman who was killed after being swept away by rushing waters in the arroyo. This all comes after officials remind people about the dangers of the rushing water. Now, this was despite firefighters' readiness all over town with gear at 6 areas along the arroyos. Within 2 hours, AFD says it received reports from the heights all the way to the valley.